everyone, Melissa here with Melissa's Manis. Today I'm going to be doing a cherry blossom design. I'm going to be painting on a cherry blossom design. I've actually dipped my nails in Rebel's cherry blossom colors for this set. I use numbers 3, 4, and 5. And I have already buffed them, shaped them, filed them, and just kind of left them there. The items I'll be using to complete this look today, I have these microline art pens, fine line art pens. I'm going to be using the paint from these Artistro paint marker pens. I'm actually going to be using a paintbrush for application instead of, I know, it's well loved, instead of the tips of these, because I feel like they don't give as much detail as I would like them to. I'll be using my double dip liquids, and I think that's about it. So what I'm going to do to start is I'm actually going to paint on a layer of dip base first. I'm going to activate it and then I'm going to smooth that out because I want to create a barrier between the dip powder and the ink. Otherwise, I've found that the ink pens kind of start to spread and spider out the ink into the dip powder, into the divots of the dip powder. So I'm going to have my cherry blossoms on the 2 center nails. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do a layer base on those. Activate them both. Once that's dry, I'm just gonna lightly buff them out. I'm buffing it just enough to smooth and get rid of the shine and give kind of a matte surface to draw and paint on, but not to actually buff off the entire base coat. Okay, brush off any dust. Now we're going to start by drawing our branches. I'm just going to be using black for this. It's a 0.3 millimeter, pretty fine tip. And I'm going to just kind of draw fine lines in here. I'm not trying to make them too thick. I want to make them look kind of natural though. Kind of pulling back, so I'm drawing halfway there and then coming from here, so it gives kind of a more of a pointed tip. Alright, I'm gonna thicken these out just a smidge, not too much. shaking. I'll do the same thing on this nail. I'm gonna do less on this nail actually. Give those just a second to dry, and then I'm going to do the same process I did before I started this. I'm going to do a layer base, activate, and buff it smooth to kind of seal the ink layer in before I add the acrylic paint onto it. Okay, now in a little container, I've just kind of had some of the paint from the paint pens, forced it out onto a little container so that I can apply it with a paintbrush instead of with the pens themselves. All right, trying to get a little more paint over here. We're going to start with drawing little, or painting on, I'm sorry, little white flowers, just kind of in random places. Do some with just like a few petals here and there. Okay, we're gonna get paint again. Just do one down here. Okay, leave that one for now. Come over here. Add a few here. I'm gonna let the white paint dry. Wipe off my brush here. Make sure I have some pink paint to work with on my makeshift easel. And then we're gonna go in, we're just gonna add a dot of pink in the center of each white flower. Both that pink again. I'm going to get a little bit of white on the end of my brush and just add in some little white dot details here and there, just kind of randomly. Okay, once the dots are on, just gonna wait for that paint to dry completely before going to the final detail step. Oh. Okay, for my final detail, we're going to use this bright, it's kind of a pink red microline pen, again 0.3 millimeter. I'm going to start at the center of each flower and do a little dot at the center, kind of adds depth to the center of the flower. And then I'm actually going to pull just a small line down the center of each petal. I'm also going to do little dots in the white spots. Okay. Once you're happy with the level of detail there, we're just gonna wait for that to dry completely. And then once again, we're going to encapsulate the design with base to base. So then we can just activate and top coat. And that's it. Here's our cherry blossom design. I'll be finishing off the rest of it after the video, and you can always find pictures of it on my Instagram. Anyway, thank you for joining me. If you have any other questions about this design, or you have any other designs that you would like for me to try, feel free to comment and let me know. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.